Welcome everyone to another episode of the Old Timers Comic Book Show, coming to you a couple of days before the dude with the red hat and the big beard comes and gives you presents. No, I'm not talking about me and my Dolphins hat. I ain't giving you jack, other than this great show with my two old-timing colleagues. We have the Professor and, of course, the 13th Crusader.
Yo, what's up, Johnny? How are you?
I'm all good. Are you all crimboed up, ready to go?
I'm as ready as I'm gonna get.
Ditto.
Yeah.
The guy in the red outfit, are you talking about the Red Tornado or the Red Guardian?
I'll tell you who I'm not talking about, Matthew Knight. I'm not talking Matthew from TDC. I ain't talking about the Red Hood. Never. Okay. That's not going to happen. Yeah, got your number. Right, so this time around, we're going to do something a little different. Back in the day, for those of you who've been with the Undercover Capes podcast network for a while, you'll have remembered that 13th used to be the host of a little ditty show called The Definitive Crusade. And in his wisdom, as a Giants fan,
such as it is,
such as it is, he created a TDC Jeopardy, which has been used on MPP. It's been used over on TDC continually. So it's only fair that the originator gives Bud and I a bit of a Christmas present. So guys, strap yourselves in. It's time for...
Oh, that's awesome.
I had the same exact VHS player.
The Old Timers Comic Book Show Jeopardy!
Yay!
So, let's test your IT acumen and let's see if we can get this going. Let's go.
Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. All right, I'm kicking you guys out.
I'll take sharing screens for 200.
Boom, there you go. Nope, that's it. Perfect. There you go. Let's.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, look at all those categories. Son of a gun. The Machine, Silver Age, the Professor, Babes. Whoa.
Oh, what happened?
There you go. Start. Two teams. Start. There you go. And then 13th. All right. Okay. Cool.
All right. So let's do this. Before we begin, I just want the audience to know that I had a blast putting these categories together. A lot of research went into it, and what I mean by that, it was fun research because it's things that I've read throughout time. So in doing this Jeopardy, I had a blast, like I said, and the categories, I was laughing the entire time because 3 of these categories, I think you guys may be chuckling there. So let's start with the categories. So the first one is the Machine. The second category is Silver Age. Next one is The Professor. And then Babes, Bronze Age books, extra sized.
Oh
yeah.
I was almost excited there for a second.
And the 13th for the last category.
All right, okay.
All right, so Johnny, you're going to be team 1 and Bud's going to be team 2.
What? Wait. Really? Okay, cool. Fine.
Oh,
does this mean
Johnny goes first? Johnny goes first.
Let me just put my distracting headwear on just so everyone gets annoyed at me again.
And before we begin, guys, just remember that, I am your friend. You can get mad at me all you want, but just remember we're all friends at the end of the day.
Get mad at you?
Yeah, some of these are going to...
I'm not gonna get mad at you. I'm just, just let me just get on the Undercover Capes Podcasting Network vacancy page. Just see if we can get I've put the advert ready for a new host.
Are we ready for the 14th Crusader?
Yeah.
Oh boy, here we go. All right,
Oh,
so
boy.
Johnny, the board's yours. You'll
That's
kick it
it,
off,
okay.
and
All right, here we go
let's
then.
do it.
Let's do it. Right, I'm going to go for 13th. Dan Marino's lucky number for 100, please.
All right, the clue is as follows. This character's first major assignment was to pick up a cylinder containing the powerful explosive called Inferno 42.
This is for 100 points.
Yep, better make it quick.
Oh, do I not get like 13 seconds to work it out?
7.
7. Character measures. This character's first major assignment was to pick up a cylinder containing the powerful. Who is Superman?
That is incorrect, Professor.
I literally have no idea.
No idea is not a comic book character. So the
Don't know. Have you seen Marvel books recently?
Good one, Johnny. I'm going to use that one. All right. So the answer is, who is Agent 13?
Oh.
AKA Sharon Carter.
Right,
And as
okay.
you guys
I'm
can
there
see,
now.
I included the credits for the audience. So you can find Sharon Carter's first appearance in Tales of Suspense, Volume 1, 75, from way back in 65. And you see that it was Lee Kirby, Dick Ayers, and John Tartaglione. I don't know how to pronounce that, but that's the best I can do.
Yeah, I would have gone with that. Yeah. Either
Right.
that or screwed up somehow the other way.
I
Excellent.
call it Tar Tag Lion 1.
Yeah.
Sorry, let's not get us all sued and everything. Right, I know where we're going. I'll go for 13 for 200, please.
All right.
Yeah.
The clue is, fortunately for Daredevil, this acts of vengeance opponent tore itself apart because all 13 of its personalities were running rampant in its mind simultaneously.
Who is Moon Knight?
That is incorrect, Professor.
I think it's Ultron. Who is Ultron?
You sure?
That's my final answer. Wrong game show, but that's my final answer.
I was hoping to be more specific.
Give
What do
him
you
the
think,
points.
Johnny? Give him the points?
Give him the points. Well done.
So let me just do that. Okay. There you go. Very well,
Yeah.
Professor.
Thank you, sir. Does that mean I have control of the board?
Yes, you do. Where are we
I'm
going?
going to go with, let's go with 13th for 300, please.
I'm honored you guys chose my category first. I really am. I'm blushing over here.
Yeah,
We just want to get rid of you first.
Yeah, we saved the best till last, have we? Which
All
for the
right.
record to Professor. Just saying. I'm a nice guy.
All right. 13th for 300 is as follows. Despero once tried to conquer this pre-crisis world that was populated by intelligent aquatic life forms. Hint, it's not a numeric designation.
The 13th Crusader.
Unfortunately, that is not correct. What do you got, Machine?
Aquatic. Let's see, aquatic life forms. So, You know what? I'm just going for the obvious. I'm going to go for the obvious. What is Atlantis?
That is incorrect.
Okay, fine.
What is Earth M? M is the 13th letter of the alphabet.
Oh, see, that's a little smart. That's a little too over my head for the references there.
And not only was this in the Justice League of America Volume 1, number 26, from way back when, this was also an old Definitive Crusade Jeopardy question that I threw in here. And it's multiple times that I've used this. It's got to be at least 3 or 4. No one's ever gotten it right.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Yeah. Pre-crisis. All right.
All right.
All right. Give me 400 for 13th, please.
The vigilante that battled Daredevil because he was after the villain Jester.
The vigilante that battled Daredevil because he was after the villain Jester. I believe that is who is Moon Knight.
That is correct. And that one was plucked from Moon Knight Volume 1, number 13. Love that run. So let's get the rest of the points.
I'm about 25 issues into that run.
Very
So
good.
we've got to check out that there's got to be a Grendel section here somewhere.
All right, Professor, where to next?
Let's close you out for 5.
Yeah, let's close him out. Yeah.
Here we go.
Must have comic book. Sorry, I'm just writing the advert now.
In the Mad Dogs and Englishmen storyline, the main character of his self-titled series said, "A day's not complete without a certain death scenario."
So do you want the scenario or do you want the character on that?
Read it.
Mad Dogs and Englishmen storyline. I want to say who is the Punisher.
All right, Machine, what do you got?
Who is Grendel?
Both are incorrect. Ready?
Yep.
Who is Ninjak?
Oh.
Come on, guys. From Ninjak Volume 113.
Oh, I didn't know we were going Valiant.
Wait. 15. I'll let you off. I'm just counting up the 5, 21. Oh,
Yeah.
just under. Just
I
in.
know.
I was gonna give you a red card for that one.
Yeah. And just so the audience knows, we kept it to the true old timers tradition with anything that's older than 25 years. So
Sweet.
that's
Well
part
done.
of the material. Okay.
Ooh,
The only
Ninjak.
clue you're gonna get from me.
Ninjak. I mean, who reads Ninjak? You don't even
I
read Ninjak anymore.
The
I
Mad
mean,
Dogs and Englishmen. I mean, that had your name all over it.
I haven't even thought of Ninjak in 25 years.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Oh, do I get to pick again?
yes, you still have control of the board.
Let's go in true manga fashion. Let's go with Babes.
Woo.
4.
Babes for 100, please.
Babes for 100. The main character of the Trial by Fire storyline, the last feature of a 20-issue anthology series that was suddenly canceled because its characters were needed to help boost the sales of 2 other DC Comics titles.
Oh, you stinker. You are an absolute stinker.
This is interesting.
This is for 100.
Characters were needed to help boost the sales of 2 other DC Comics titles. Who is Firestorm?
That is incorrect. What do you got, Machine?
Who is Batman?
Both are incorrect. Remember the categories, fellas. The answer is, who is the Huntress? The Helena Wayne Huntress.
Oh.
She was, and we just spoke about this a couple of episodes before, how her feature story was the last of the Batman family, which was number 20 from 1978. So what happened was Detective was not doing too well. So Huntress was sent over to All-Star Comics, as we all know, and then the rest of the characters that were featured, like Man-Bat, Batgirl, Robin, were all part as detective backup stories. And we all know how much Johnny likes the Batgirl ones. So, and they did that to help the sales because those titles were not doing too well. Next. All right. Still have control of the board.
Let's go with Silver Age for 100.
Nope, I don't want any part of that. I'm done. Next category, please.
All right. Silver Age for 100 is as follows. "You're not fooling me" were the first words spoken by this character, who debuted in a comic book that was sold for $3.6 million this year during the Heritage Auction Signature Comics and Comic Art Auction.
You're not fooling me. First word spoken by this character who debuted in a comic book. What was the comic book that sold for $3.6 million?
Running out of time.
I'm gonna say who is. I don't know. Shit.
All right. Neither one of those characters apply. Who do you have, Machine?
Right, so hold on. The first words by this character. So you've got to think what books have sold for 3.6 million. So you've got to think it's got to be something like Action, Detective Comics 27, Fantastic Four number 1, perhaps. I think Amazing Fantasy 15. I'm gonna go with Who's Superman.
No.
Okay.
You guys are gonna hate me for this one. Who's Ben Parker? Uncle Ben.
He was right on the tip of my tongue too. Damn it.
And that book did sell for 3.6 million recently.
That's
and the Action Comics, I believe, sold for 4 or a little over 4 million just the other day, literally. So this book held some records for an Amazing Fantasy 15 and comics in general, but it was outdone by Action Comics.
What was the grade of that book that sold? Was it a 9.8 or something like that?
9.8, yeah. I think it's the highest graded Amazing Fantasy.
There's no way that book sits original. No way. It'll be touched up somewhere down the line.
Yeah, that's interesting to look into. But yeah, let me know if you guys want to chip in for that one. The reprint, of course.
See, this is what I've got you for your Christmas box from me. To say thank you for everything, but I'll keep it to myself now.
A facsimile, perfect.
All right, let's go with Silver Age for 200.
Silver Age for 200. Readers learned about the mindless ones thanks to this character.
Mm-hmm.
Who is Clea?
That is correct. And she debuted in Strange Tales 126, and the story continued in 127, where she saw Doctor Strange, who was sent to the Dark Dimension by the Ancient One to battle Dormammu. And she warned him to say, look, you don't want to mess around with this guy. But he did anyways. And in doing so, it sapped some power from Dormammu, who was keeping the mindless ones from invading his dimension.
I like those issues of Strange Tales because when Dormammu was in the comic book, he would appear on this little mystic TV screen of just his head, and I was like, oh, they can communicate through television.
Yeah, and because of what had happened with that battle with the mindless ones, Dormammu stopped battling Strange to protect his dimension, and Strange actually helped Dormammu, and that actually pissed him off. Dormammu was like, now I'm in your debt, and I don't like that. So, ungrateful.
Well, for you modern Marvel fans, you got to notice that it's been twittered recently that the replacement Doctor Strange has been announced following his death in the miniseries. You all seen who it's going to be?
Yes, it is Clea.
It's going to be Clea. Excellent. Minus the funky fishnets, unfortunately, but hey ho, can't have everything.
Yeah, I one of my favorite pieces of artwork from Steve Ditko from this era, to be honest, it lies in these 2 issues. So
cool.
All right, where are we going to next, Professor?
I'm going to stick with Silver Age for 300, please.
The amphibian who helped Navy diver Chris Landau recover important documents from a sunken ship.
An amphibian. I don't know this one. Who is Silverfish? I don't know.
What universe is that character from?
I just made him up. These are the
Professor-verse.
The old timers universe. I don't know.
The Professor-verse. Fantastic. All right, Machine, what do you got?
Who is Triton?
Unfortunately, that's incorrect. It's who is Dolphin. This was also another old definitive crusade. Clue, just slightly rewritten. Showcase Volume 1, number 79. You guys are not the theme. Silver Age.
Hold
Well,
on a
yeah,
second.
I just didn't know
When's
the answer.
Triton from? Triton Bronze Age, is that what you're saying?
Triton is the Inhuman.
Yeah, from?
Yeah, but he doesn't have white hair. That's what all these silver
Yeah, but
clues
where's...
are.
Oh, Silver Age. Oh, right. I'm with it now.
Well, there's 2 questions left, Johnny, and you finally got the clue.
Well, I thought it was just aged books, that's all. What can I say?
Where are we going to next, Professor?
Let's go to 400 for Silver Age, please.
Very well. From the farming world of Wynneth, founding member of the Legion of Supervillains.
Founding member of the Legion of Supervillains. What is her name?
Emerald Empress.
That's what I was going to say.
But it's not
But
silver.
obviously, that's not right. Founding member of the Legion of Supervillains.
Now, machine.
Hey, I've got one in the bag, so I know what the Patriot score was last night. So I'm just saying.
It was let's see. What was her name? Damn it for me not being a huge Legion of Superheroes fan. But who is Princess Projectra? I don't know.
That is incorrect. But way to pluck that character out. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you got, Johnny?
I'm going with. I have no idea who this is. I'm just gonna put silver in front of something and hope it works. Is that all right? So I'm going with the Silver Solar Flare.
No. That's in the machine verse, obviously.
Oh, it could be in Silverman. Yeah.
Who is Lightning Lord?
What's that got to do with silver?
Well, if you look at Superman Volume 1, number 147, from 1961, you'll know.
Oh, killing me. White hair. Yeah,
I'll leave it here just for another second so you can read it. Because I do own this book, by the way.
Yeah, whatever.
Written by Jerry Siegel, drawn by Kurt Swan. Classic.
It is a classic. I've read it, but I don't remember half these characters. Let's close out Silver Age for 500, please.
Very well. Green Lantern, Hal Jordan, Green Arrow, and Black Canary argued with the Guardians of the Universe in defense of Appa Ali Apsa, another Guardian, before he was stripped of his immortality and exiled to Maltus. The heroes called him by this alias.
Who is Kronos?
That is incorrect, unfortunately. Machine.
Who is the Silver Fox?
That is also incorrect.
No.
You don't remember Appa Ali Apsa?
Yeah, I remember he's got like white hair.
That sounds like a fraternity.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
The answer, or the question is, who is the old timer?
Hey!
Yeah,
How did
and
we
that's
not get that?
Yeah, well, let's get him instead of the 13th.
this character, Appa Ali Apsa, this Guardian, has a lot of history, a lot of recent history, and in the modern time. But way back when, during the Silver Age, in issue 76 through 81, that's the Denny O'Neil, Neil Adams run with Green Lantern, Green Arrow. And issue 76 is highly sought after. And this begins the adventure of Green Arrow pretty much telling the Guardians, like, hey, you guys are too uptight. Why don't you guys get in touch with humanity?
I've got this in a trade somewhere.
Yeah, so Green Arrow challenged the Guardians and said, you guys are out of touch. So they sent Appa Ali Apsa, at the time they called him the Old Timer, to blend in with humanity and learn more about the humans. And ultimately, I think in the tail end of 81, They stripped him of his powers because Green Lantern was hurt, and the Guardians were kind of upset that Apalliapsa defended one human rather than take the whole world into consideration. So they banished him to their planet of origin, and he was cool with it for a while. And then the rest is history with that character. I won't get into it, but it is interesting where with this starting point in Green Lantern lore. Highly sought after book.
You just saying that because you're trying to get rid of your Green Lantern collection. You want someone to buy it.
Well, there's certain issues that I'm not gonna cough up, and this is definitely for a lot of reasons. Early Neil Adams work, Denny O'Neil. You can't go wrong. Dick Giordano, like we don't. I've said it before. We don't mention Dick Giordano enough, in my opinion. He's just been everywhere. He's just done a tremendous amount of work throughout his career. All right, so where to next, Professor?
Let's go to the machine for 100.
Are you sure?
I'm gonna be the one calling the shots here, Johnny. You're gonna get an answer right.
Nah, I'm not just going to... Don't wind me up. I know the score, remember?
Oh, yeah, don't.
Yeah. Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry, Mr. McGee.
All right, the machine for 100 is... Ping, ping, ping.
Ping, ping, ping. I'm sorry, I have zero idea on this one.
Come on, machine, you got to get this one.
What's the mother box?
Finally.
What do you mean, finally?
There you go. Finally gets on the board.
Finally,
the Mother Box from the Forever People, Volume 1, Number 1.
There we go.
Jack Kirby. And I believe, if my memory serves me right, it's the first full appearance of Darkseid. As well as the Forever People.
Cool.
All right, Machine, you got control of the board. Where to next?
Yep, we might as well go through the categories. 200, please.
The Machine for 200. It was powered by cosmic rays and was coordinated with radioactive pulses from a cosmic ray clock.
What is oh no, come on. What is I'm stuck between a choice of two.
Time's running out.
I'm going to go with what is the cosmic treadmill.
You are correct, my friend.
Oh, yes!
You are correct. What was your other answer going to be? I'm almost afraid to... Right. Okay. What is the cosmic treadmill that debuted in Flash Volume 1?
It's great. It allows the Flash to travel through time.
That is correct.
Made the last appearance in the Flash Batman crossover, the Button.
Yes. The cosmic treadmill.
Yeah.
Beautiful piece of equipment.
Love the treadmill.
Yeah.
Glad you got this, Johnny, because I had no clue.
A John Broome story drawn by Carmine Infantino. Love it.
Yeah.
Classic.
Love this era of Flash.
Yes, agreed. A lot of stuff was happening. Absolutely.
Definitely.
All right, where to next?
We'll keep it Machine for 300, please.
Enemy of the Justifiers. DC Comics robot version of Doctor Doom.
Oh, man. Who is... Oh, I can see his name. I can see him. What you call him? Who is... Oh, what's his name?
I can't tell you yet. You gotta tell me.
What's his name? What's his name? No, I'm gonna have to pass.
Very well, Professor. Any ideas?
The only robot I know from DC that would have fought anybody is Amazo. Who is Amazo?
The answer is, or the question is, who is Lord Havoc of the Extremists?
Ah.
You can read all about Lord Havoc in Justice League Europe issues 15 through 19.
I'm thinking way earlier than that.
You said when I love Justice League Europe. Sorry, Professor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I did like Justice League Europe too. And
Yeah.
the Justifiers were the hero group from Lord Havoc's world,
That's
right?
correct.
Okay.
Yeah, they mimic the Avengers, and from that world, the Blue Jay and Silver Sorceress made
Yes.
their way onto the roster. So good storyline. It's well written. The art's solid. I liked it. It's a good entertaining story. So
I always felt sorry for Justice League Europe, and they always seem to like not be as cool as Justice League main book. Same sort of level of humor at times, but I don't think some of the heroes came off particularly well. So
hmm
you've got like Wally only doing it because he was skint,
hmm
and nobody really cared what Crimson Fox was up to.
and honestly, when
And the
this
Power
little
Girl outfit is terrible. So
yeah, in this little storyline, I thought it was going to take a different turn. I was getting these right off the newsstand,
Yeah.
and I was super excited when I'm like, okay, finally, like a very worthy adversary for Justice League Europe. So issues 15 through 19, you can probably get them for pretty cheap. So well worth it. Good read. All right, where to next?
let's keep going down the machine route. I think.
The Machine for 400, also known as Tina.
Who is Jocasta?
That is incorrect, Professor.
Uh,
It's tricky when you've got to consider that we're talking about Marvel, DC, and everything in between.
yeah.
It makes it harder.
I don't know. Oh wait. No.
Let's
Is
accept your
it
first answer.
who is Platinum from the Metal
Yeah,
Men?
good shout.
Very well, Professor. Very good.
Accept his first answer, man. How are you? He says you know.
I couldn't hear him. Technical difficulties.
Oh, you crock of crap.
Who is Platinum from Showcase Volume 1, number 37? Platinum, part of the Metal Men, who was infatuated with her creator, Bill Magnus. Had her personality was very evident even in the first issue. So classic
Yep.
character. Very good. I didn't
And
think
also
anyone was
featured our very first old timers show when we did Brave and the Bold 113.
That is correct. That is correct. People
Oh.
sleep on these characters, I think, sometimes.
People sleep with these characters, you mean?
You're saying that's not Platinum, or is it?
Check the collar and the cuffs, my friend. Collar and the cuffs.
All right, Professor, you have control again. Where to next?
Let's close out the machine for 500.
All right, the Machine for 500. He walked to the Baxter Building looking for the Silver Surfer, but instead was confronted by Thor. And in the battle that ensued, he took Mjolnir from the Thunder God's hands and knocked him out with it.
Who is the Destroyer?
That is incorrect. Machine.
Who is?
Who took Thor's hammer and smacked a smile on his face with it?
Well, Beta Ray Bill, but he's not he's not a machine, is he? Beta Ray Bill's not a machine, is he?
I don't know. You tell me.
Who's Beta Ray Bill?
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
He's not a machine. Who is the Airwalker? Herald of Galactus.
I tell you what, you're full of right.
So the clue was it was right there. He walked. The Airwalker. He would walk the skyways.
Yep.
He literally walked in the sky to the Baxter Building because he was mad at the FF and Silver Surfer. And he was he was a robot that was modeled after a Xanadarian, if that's how you say it,
Yes.
Nova Corps member. If you want to get really technical, but this battle was a good story by Mark Grunwald and Ralph Macchio, or Macchio, however you pronounce it. But I liked it. I love the cover when you see the Airwalker holding Thor's hammer. So, classic.
Yep, it is a classic. I'm ashamed I didn't get that one.
I see where you were getting at with the Destroyer, Professor, but unfortunately,
He's not really a robot, so
exactly right.
yeah.
To be
All
fair,
right.
neither's Tina. Just saying.
Really?
Yeah, really. Yep. Cool. Never mind. I'm not going to not going there. I'm not
Wait,
getting bent out of shape.
how do we work the minus buttons on this?
Eh.
All right, Professor, where's the next?
So, all right, I'm gonna go. Let's go over to Babes for 200.
All right. Back to Babes. Because of her, the Shi'ar, Kree, and Skrulls, three rival interstellar empires, agreed to a temporary truce.
Who is Phoenix?
Well done, Professor.
Yeah, I was going with that. Well done. Good
Yep.
job.
And that happened in the double-sized issue of X-Men number 137. Um, instant classic.
Who did the letters?
I don't remember.
Tom
Tom Watson.
Wachowski.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. But
Letters deserve respect.
of course.
Well, and Wachowski was worked exclusively for Claremont and the X-Men for years.
Yeah, this issue honestly had it all. You know, the drama, the amount of characters, the battle. I love the Imperial Guard, the interstellar politics, and trying to decide the Phoenix's fate. This single issue truly had it all. And what made it unique was, for an issue its size, look at the number. Remember how we spoke about once in a show where, you know, is it a milestone book or whatnot? 137 by no stretch of the imagination is a milestone number, but here it is. So, very well.
You could read that as 13.7 too, by the way.
That's correct.
Oh, don't get him started there.
Let's go with Babes for 300, please.
Very well. Babes for 300. Superman battled this character in Chicago, whose goal was to eliminate all nuclear weapons. However, they realized that fighting in the city could result in casualties. So, to settle their differences, Superman proposed a trial by combat on the moon. Jerk.
I can't really think of a lot of female Superman villains. So I'm going to go with the one that I know, and who is Maxima.
That is incorrect. Machine.
See, this is Bronze Age, isn't it? So I think Maxima's a little bit too new, I would have thought. I will go with, who was this character in Chicago? Who was the pacifier? No?
No. Who is Wonder Woman? I never said if it was a hero or a character or a villain. I just said character. So this took place in a treasury-sized all-new collector's edition volume 1, and the numbering for those were like a C with a dash in the number. So this one was C54 from 78. Look who wrote it: Jerry Conway, drawn by Jose Luis Garcia Lopez and Dan Adkins. So this story is interesting because it takes place during the World War II era, and they're saying that it's Earth 2 Superman and Earth 2 Wonder Woman. However, their costumes and appearances were of their Earth 1 counterparts, right? So during the war, Wonder Woman learned while she was in the Navy that they were developing nuclear weapons or some sort of weapon of mass destruction, and she did not like that. Went to Chicago and started wrecking havoc, and Superman went to talk sense into her, and she just pretty much hit him over the head. And they battled, and then Superman's like, you know what, Wonder Woman? We can get people hurt. Let's just go to the moon and continue to fight. What an idiot. Like, you know, you went there to talk to Wonder Woman and you were not successful in that, but you convinced her to go to the moon. And then they continued their battle there. So this is a treasury-sized book. The cover has Superman and Wonder Woman at odds with Uncle Sam in the middle of it. It is a popular cover to the Treasury book. Yeah, classic.
Oh my god.
It's a DC book. Machine should pick it up.
Right, okay. Whatevs.
All right.
Uh,
Next.
we're gonna go with 400 for Babes.
All right. The two Avengers that argued over the Vision while being held captive by Kang the Conqueror.
Who is the Scarlet Witch and Mantis?
Well done, Professor. And in the order I wrote it.
There you go.
That took place in Giant Size Avengers Volume 1, Number 2 from 1974. Written by Steve Englehart. Drawn and inked by Dave Cockrum. Very classic story involving Kang the Conqueror and
Yep. That was the Celestial Madonna story.
the Celestial
You were
Madonna.
going to say Kang the Cockrum there.
Yeah, I was.
King the Cockrum.
Yeah, yeah. But no, it's a good story involving all the incarnations of Kang. You got Mantis in there. The Death of Swordsman.
Yeah,
Yep.
It's
which will
also
come back
in
to haunt the Avengers for a while, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting because the Mantis storyline, the Mantis character in the comic books is absolutely nothing like the Mantis character that's in the Avengers movies.
Oh, talk to
Worlds
Steve
apart.
Englehart about that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
We did.
We
We did a while back.
We did.
So, yeah, he always had this thing with Mantis, and this issue was better off for it, to be honest. So, excellent artwork, too. So,
Yep. That's one of my favorite Avengers runs.
mhm.
Let's close that out with Babes for 500.
All right. Her life's ambition was to catch the eye of Hollywood, and it finally happened in this storyline entitled Blank the Movie.
Who is Dazzler?
On a roll, Professor. That story is in Marvel graphic novel, Volume 1, Number 12 from 1984. It is, it's an interesting take on the Dazzler. And I honestly don't know if there ever has been a take that was dedicated like that to the Dazzler, to be honest.
I like
can't think of
Dazzler.
any.
When she joined the X-Men, I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
When she joined the X-Men proper and when they stuck out in Australia. So I like that bit.
I had her early issues. I had issue 1, a couple of in between. I had one of the Bill Sienkiewicz covers. I felt like it was going a different direction. And the Marvel graphic novel, I would tell the audience, don't snooze on it. It's actually, the story's not that bad, and the art's pretty solid. And it's risque a little bit, but it's not like overboard. So,
Well,
but it is interesting take on Dazzler.
The Dazzler run is the Danny Fingeroth written part is a bit brutal, and I like Danny, but the oof.
Yeah.
Reading it now, it doesn't stand up.
And I didn't like how they like later on, like when they brought Dazzler to like the Jim Lee era of X-Men. I don't know. I felt like she was just there. Like there was no substance to her character. I don't know.
No,
if you guys
I still feel that way. You know,
Yeah.
if she's, I don't think anybody knows how to write her. So
Yeah, exactly. So, all right, very good, Professor. You're well in control. One category left.
I guess we shall go with the Professor for 100.
Very well. I was born of parents who had worked on the first A-bomb project.
Who is Bruce Banner?
That is incorrect. Machine.
I was born of parents who'd worked on the first A-bomb project.
Who exclaimed that, Machine?
It would be a Professor Xavier.
Well done.
Thank you.
I was going to give you a minus
because
because I was going to give you a minus because you didn't say Charles, but that's fine.
Okay, cool.
And he said that in X-Men #1 from 1963. We know the legends that were involved in making that happen.
Mm-hmm.
Except for
what he
that
said.
legend of Paul Reinman.
Yeah.
Who
Mhm.
inked Jack Kirby on that.
Interesting, right?
Yeah.
Honestly, I felt like the early issues of X-Men around like the Sentinel era. I felt like the art was let's not going somewhere different.
That's my problem with some early Marvel, to be honest. The fact that Jack Kirby draws them all, it's like, where's the differential? You know,
Right. Right.
that's probably why Spider-Man
Well-
sticks out so much for me, because Dick was like a mile away from Kirby.
Even if it wasn't Kirby, they were trying to look like Kirby.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that X-Men book, that I love the X-Men, but that Stan Lee,
Yeah.
the start is hard. It's hard reading,
Mhm.
especially when they throw the Mimic in there. Makes the point. What's the point of all the others then?
Yeah. All right, machine, you're in control.
You know what? I'm going to go large or go home. That's what they say. 500, please. The Professor.
You asked for it. Here it is.
Bring it on.
John Corbin, a reporter who was fatally injured in a car crash, was rescued by this professor who gave him a kryptonite heart.
Who is Professor Ivor?
That is incorrect. Professor.
The only other professor that I think I know, Professor Hamilton.
That is also
Ooh, that was a
incorrect.
good guess. That was a better guess than mine, to be fair.
Yeah, I never even thought of Professor Hamilton. Who is Professor Vale from Action Comics 252 from 1959?
Doesn't work for Tim. Who's that? Who's that?
I will tell you. I will tell you.
Oh, don't.
So, Action Comics 252, do you guys know what issue that is?
Yeah, it's the one after 251.
Very good.
Thank
Any
you.
ideas other than that?
So the first appearance, it'll be the first appearance of Metallo, is it?
And also the first appearance of Supergirl.
Oh.
Okay, so that is a Grail book in itself. But in regards to the Metallo story, John Corbin, this whole thing with Metallo was redone in the Superman #1 John Byrne run.
Yes.
And they gave Professor Vale a first name. They called him Emmett Vale. And they kept most of it the same, except John Corbin was a con man rather than in 1959 he was a reporter. But most of the elements were there, that there was a fatal accident, and Professor Vale was hell-bent on getting revenge against Superman and thought this would be a good idea.
So when was the first appearance of Kryptonite? Because I know that it was in the 50s, right? Because I don't think Kryptonite was a thing until the radio show, right?
That's correct with the radio show, but as far as it being depicted, I would count it as when Krypton exploded, when they showed that, but that wasn't until later on. I don't know if you agree with me, Machine.
I guess you could argue that, but that's like
Right.
saying the first appearance of Cable is X-Men 201.
Right, when he was a baby.
Yeah, so I mean, you're talking semantics. I suppose what Professor's asking is when does actual green kryptonite first appear, or red kryptonite even? Not the rock that just so happened to blow up and send DC's Moses across the cosmos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but I don't. That's a really good question, actually. Let's do a quick check. When was the first appearance of green kryptonite? Green crypt. So,
wonder if it'll default you to the radio show.
Nope. My dodgy typing does not help me do that. First appearance of kryptonite was in Superman #61 from 1949, but its early version was actually red in color, but not to be confused with the now well-known red kryptonite. It took another 2 years for kryptonite to get its standard green color, which was in 1951 with Action Comics #161.
Mark it down.
And I also found out that on radio, the first appearance of Kryptonite was the Adventures of Superman in June 1943.
There you go.
So,
it's strange. We talk about how comics should be like the bastion that holds up the rest of the media. But when you think about it, Kryptonite came from the radio show. The Batcave came from a radio show.
Jimmy Olsen came from the radio show.
Yeah, so all these like major things that we take for granted nowadays don't necessarily all come from the comic books.
Right.
Cool.
Right. Different times.
The Shadow knows.
All right. What's next?
Oh, it's me, Professor 400.
Very well. He created an android who would later become one of the most legendary heroes of World War II.
Who is Professor Ivor?
That is incorrect.
Shut up.
Professor.
No, it's the guy that created the Human Torch, and his name
Oh,
was.
you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, but I can't remember his name.
I was thinking Red Tornado. Damn it.
Was it Professor? It's not Erskine.
That is incorrect. Erskine
Was it
is
Professor? Was it Professor Plum in the pantry? With
No.
I'm gonna kick myself when you say it, because it's like I know the answer, but I just couldn't place the professor's name.
Erskine is the creator of the super soldier serum.
Yes, I knew. Like, yeah, it was around the same time, but different
All
professor.
right.
Horton.
Phineas Horton.
Yeah, God, I knew I was gonna kick myself when you showed it.
From Marvel Comics #1 from 1939.
Yep.
That is an old school book. Yeah,
It is for sure.
it's a hot book. That's my pun for today. Very well. I burned you with this clue. All right, let me get out of this. All right, next.
300.
Johnny doesn't sound too happy.
No, it's all right. It's fine.
All right. He grew up with thanatophobia, if I'm pronouncing it right, a deep form of death anxiety. And
Oh, who's
eventually,
Professor Ivor? Yes, at last. Woohoo!
damn it, I didn't even get to finish reading the clue. That is correct.
Yay!
Yeah, Johnny. You knew you would get one right eventually. Same answer.
Oh,
What made
like Patriots boys, stop living it large.
this Brave and the Bold? Remember that the Justice League debuted 2 issues before, so this is a very early Justice League adventure before they got their own run.
I love Amazo. I absolutely love him to bits.
Same here. Same here.
Absolutely, it's class. If you, it's going back. Not maybe it's a bit newer than this, but if you go and check out the Dwayne McDuffie, Ed Baines Justice League of America run, there's a cracking little Amazo story in there. Brilliant.
So
Brilliant,
I have a
brilliant.
question, Johnny.
Yes.
You love Amazo to bits, but you were
I
just
do.
shitting all over Mimic.
Yeah, no. That's true. That's true. But because Mimic's on the team with the X-Men, so you
Well,
can't.
he did. He wasn't not originally. He joined the team, but he was a bad guy.
Yeah.
He joined the team. He was on the team for ages. Well, comic book ages.
Wasn't he
Whereas,
the first non-mutant to join the X-Men?
but then Amazo's a bad guy, and I just like the idea of the bad guy having the same powers as the. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I thought Mimic was a mutant. 13.
I'll have to look into that. All right.
Check Google. It might take 1.3 seconds.
I think he's a non-mutant because I think he got his powers through other means, not born with them.
Right. Okay. So, what the question is for all you new Marvel fans? What do you do and listen to this show if you're new Marvel fans? But has Mimic been seen on Krakoa?
Oh.
Oh.
Maybe he's mimicking the island. That's why you can't see him.
Right. The original Mimic created by Stan Lee and Werner Roth was not a mutant, but received his powers after breathing in some gas during an explosion in his father's laboratory. There you go.
These explosions in laboratories, it sounds very familiar.
Yeah.
A la Flash.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Lots
the
of
last
flashes.
clue. Ready?
Yeah.
It is. I'll punish the man who harmed you, dear girl, and you shall witness his defeat and destruction.
What's this, Professor, isn't it? How many points is this? 300? 200. Professor. Who is the chief from Doom Patrol?
No. Professor. Who said that?
I don't know. Egghead.
That is incorrect. That one's out of the woodworks too. So, true to what was said earlier, we're going to save the best for last. The clue is, who is Professor Miles Warren? The Clone Saga.
Oh, it's
He
a
said
Gwen
that.
Stacy question.
Yes, he said that to the Gwen Stacy clone. Yes. You can get that in Amazing Spider-Man number 149.
How do we leave
Last.
that one to last, Johnny?
I have no idea.
He said he'll punish the man who harmed Gwen Stacy, but you guys punished yourself by leaving it last. Well done, gentlemen.
Well done, Professor.
Frester wins with
Thank
2,300
you.
points over Machine's
was-
700.
Luck of the draw, I think.
Yeah.
Some good questions on there. Some stinkers. we might keep it for the new year, 13th.
All right, so how do I get out of this?
There you go. I've done that for you.
Fantastic.
That's a good time frame too. We got like 3 minutes
Yeah,
left.
yeah. So yeah, cool.
Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah,
was
for
fun.
those that enjoyed.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Yeah. All right, so there you go. The Old Timers Jeopardy, a little bit of a change of pace to our usual show. Christmas special for you guys. Go out, check out the books. The Marvel ones you should be able to get on the Marvel app, which is called what, Professor?
That would be Marvel Unlimited.
Cool. The DC ones, if you live in the US, you might be able to get on the DC app. If you live anywhere else, tough. You're going to have to buy the books. Sorry. Don't blame me, blame DC. All right. And on that note, don't forget to check out the Undercover Capes Podcast Network, #UCPN, for all your favorite shows, including, Professor,
No Prize Podcast, all about Marvel Comics and Disney Plus, and
Right.
Whatever else we feel like talking about related to Marvel's superheroes.
Cool.
Egghead.
And Egghead coming up, Egghead special.
I bet that's cracking. And also, don't forget TDC, the Definitive Crusade, for all your DC news and views. And all what's left for me to do is wish everyone listening, watching, have a great Christmas, happy Hanukkah, happy holidays. If you celebrate neither of those, enjoy some time. Please stay safe.
Absolutely.
We're still in the middle of a pandemic. I get people have strong views over jabs, not jabs and boosters and stuff, but you know what? We'd rather you stay safe so you can come back and listen to us in the new year. All right? Okay.
Yes.
Gentlemen, have a great Christmas.
You too, Johnny.
Likewise.
Santa will hit you first.
Yay. Booyah. I've been really bad. I've been so bad that because Santa's now an environmentalist, he doesn't give lumps of coal anymore. He gives empty recycled bottles of water. So I have to recycle the damn thing. I don't even get to keep the bottle. That's how bad I've been.
That's
terrible. Terrible. What was I going to say? All right. So we'll be back in the new year with a show. We've already kind of thrashed out an idea, see what that's going to look like. So till then, have a great time. Stay safe. Don't get too drunk on New Year's Day or New Year's Eve, because you never know, you might have a Jeopardy to put up with.
Let's do this once a year.
Yeah. But let me know when, so I'll put a vacay day.
Well, that conflicts with my New Year's resolution, so.
I thought you'd have 13 resolutions by now.
I do. That's one of them.
All right, okay, cool. All right, guys. In all seriousness, have a great time off. Thanks, Professor, for all the work on the show for this last year. 13, thanks for hanging with us and putting making our lives a misery with some of those questions. I really appreciate that.
My absolute pleasure.
It doesn't feel like work, Johnny. It's fun for us.
No, cool, excellent. All right, and that's us out. So happy holidays, happy Christmas, adios.
See you.